Hi stars! So in one of my shorts I asked you guys to drop some questions down so that we could do a Q&A for you guys. And there was enough questions about just like YouTube or like our YouTube channel, not like personal life, that I felt like I could make a separate video for just that. So I decided to do like a two-part Q&A. The first part is just gonna be about YouTube, content creating and stuff like that. And then the second part will be like the more personal questions that you guys asked, like our favorite things to do, where we vacationed and stuff like that. Not sure if you guys can really tell, but my eyes are quite bloodshot right now because I don't know if I'm sick or if it's just like some really like wild allergies going on, but that's why my eyes are pretty red. You could definitely tell with like this guy over here, so you know, whatever. And then in our like personal video, we'll do like the actual shout outs that were requested. So don't worry about that. That's coming if you did ask for a shout out. I think that we're going to be able to get every single one of them in there. So yay. So let's start with when did we start YouTube? This is probably going to be really surprising to some people, but we started YouTube. We created the account, like brand new account, at the beginning of January of 2025. So just like several months ago, actually. We didn't start seriously posting until the middle of February, and then we really picked up in like March, and you know, we've been like doing pretty good since then, so that's like really exciting. Right now it's May, so like we're creeping up on 30,000 subscribers, so I feel like we're doing like pretty good. I don't really know what the like standard or average is, but woo, go us, I guess. Tips on how to gain subscribers. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really know. It's not like super common, but occasionally I will see people be like, oh, the only reason you have a lot of subscribers is because you do these big giveaways. And that's not true. In YouTube Studio, you can go and you can look where your subscribers are coming from. And from collectively every single giveaway we've done, the big, the small, all of them, we've only gained like 3,500 subscribers, like 3,500. I'm gonna have to double check because it might be a little bit more or less. But when you consider the fact that we are almost at 30,000, that's a very that's not like a very substantial percent of where our subscribers are coming from. So our subscribers are mainly coming from our shorts. Sometimes we'll have like huge peaks on the lives, but they mainly come from our shorts, and then some of the videos do really well. We need to like be better about posting long form videos. We mostly post shorts right now, and that's because like it's just a busy season for us. But I'm hoping / wondering that once we start posting more long form, maybe we'll be getting more subscribers from that. But for right now, the mass majority comes from shorts, and then occasionally we'll have high peaks on the lives too. So I think one of the most important things to gaining subscribers is just being like genuine. Because I don't know. I don't really know why our subscribers follow us. Nobody has really like come out and said that to us. I would be curious to know, but I like to think it's because, I mean, we're pretty genuine. We're like an average family. I was actually like really worried that we weren't gonna really do well on YouTube because we are just like a very average family. Like we don't really have any drama around us. We don't have like tons and tons of money. So yeah, I don't really know why people follow us, so it's hard for me to like give tips on how to gain followers. I do think that one thing that has helped a lot is I try to post around the same time every day of the week. So every Monday morning I'm posting around 12, and then I'm posting around 4, and then I post around 8. So I know that the algorithm likes it when your content is like predictable, which is like kind of a lot to stay on top of. And I also just kind of like do whatever I want. I like to have fun, you know. Lainey always has these like really fun, cute ideas, and even if she can't be in the video herself, like she'll give me video ideas of like what she wants to see me doing, and I always think that's really cute too. I think like another thing is if like a trend is like relevant to you or you think it's like fun and you want to do it, like just do it. And and then using like relevant hashtags, relevant like titles, catchy titles. Something that I always see talked about is the first like 3 seconds of a short determines whether or not someone's gonna swipe away, or maybe it's like the first like 2 seconds. So having like something that like makes someone want to keep watching. So finding a niche is another one. A little bit easier for us because we are like a like family channel, so like we can post like beauty stuff one day and then like a family vlog the next day, and I think the algorithm is like okay with that. Like if you're only posting beauty stuff for like 3 weeks and then you randomly put out like a quilting video, the algorithm is like most likely not going to be okay with that. In a nutshell, having like a predictable posting schedule, making content that catches the viewer's attention, using relevant hashtags and titles, being genuine and just like likable, and then finding a niche. So, and if your channel is like not picking up, I don't think that it has to do with like you not being like good enough or anything like that. Some channels just like have a hard time getting picked up even if they're posting great content. So I would say just like keep at it, keep posting. For me personally, I saw the most difference once we had like a predictable schedule. So hopefully that helps you guys. There was one question that asked like what our posting schedule is. So for the most part, I try to post 3 shorts every day of the week, and then I try to get a video in there. Usually I'll post it in like the afternoon. Occasionally I'll post one like on a weekend morning. So right now I try to post 1 short every morning, 1 short in the afternoon, and then 1 short in the evening. I try not to post later than like 8 o'clock just to keep up with like time zones. And then I go live almost every night starting anywhere between like 9 and 11, which is like super late, but that's just like the schedule that works for my family. So that's you know what we can do, so whatever. We had someone post and ask if we could give them video suggestions for like their specific channel. So I might do like maybe like a series of that, because I feel like it doesn't quite fit in with like the personal video, but it doesn't quite fit in here. And if you're watching right now, we can definitely make like a short of us like checking out your page. I know that like you do a lot of get ready with me's, so staying within like that niche and maybe like the beauty niche would probably make sense. But if you'd like a more like detailed answer, I'm totally happy to do that for you, because you know you're awesome. So how do we know what to post? We don't know what to post. I go into pretty much every day just winging it, doing what we want, taking Laneys suggestions, looking at trends, and just hoping for the best. Favorite videos to film? I love videos that have all of us in it. I really like doing just like fun, silly stuff. I love vlogs. I think they're so much fun to like get little like snippets of like our day and like put it all into a video and then watch it back and be like, ooh, look at the fun time we had. Like I think that was just so cool. You know, prior to starting YouTube, we actually very rarely took videos. We took like, I would take like a lot of pictures, but very rarely was I taking like videos. And I didn't really use social media that often too. That's what my biggest content fear is. And I think like a lot of people would say, or at least they should say, like it impacting their child negatively. And I do have that fear, but I will say that I make like a very conscious decision to review like what content Laney is taking in herself, and then content that she's created. I am like very strict on making sure that like if she says something on camera that like I think might be embarrassing for her down the road, or like embarrassing for Lippy down the road, or something that they just don't want people on the internet to know, but like maybe don't know better right now, I always edit that stuff out. My personal biggest content fear is honestly, I don't want to be a content creator that makes people feel bad about themselves or feel bad about their home lives or the things that their parents can afford or do for them. I try to like be very conscious, like when I'm posting hauls, like is this going to like negatively impact someone's like image of their self-worth? Because there's nothing wrong with people not being able to go shopping and like get a bunch of stuff. That's not attainable for everyone, and that doesn't make you any less valuable than anyone else. When I'm creating content, I try to create content the same way that I approach parenting, which is I view my kids as people, real people with opinions, desires, wants, challenges, and I take everything about them into consideration when I'm making decisions and when I'm doing things and how I interact with them, and making our interactions and our time together meaningful. So I try to do the same thing with you guys, just like in a different way, not like a parenting way. So I'm really hoping that the steps that I take to avoid what my biggest content fear is enough to avoid that. And you know, I would never want someone to like feel jealous or less than because of our videos. Like, I want our videos, you know, just to like be fun. I don't know, that's why we're here. So hopefully I'm doing a good job at that. I don't know. Somebody asked like, can Lainey be in more videos? And the answer is like yes, but not right now. Once the summer starts and she has more free time, she will be welcome to make as many videos as she'd like, or the least amount of videos that she would like. If it was up to her, she'd be making a video every single day, every single night. But because she's in school and she is active in sports, I try very hard to make sure that she's using her free time to do things that she enjoys outside of creating content. So playing, you know, what kids should be doing, relaxing, even if it's just like watching her favorite TV show. Like, that for me is my priority right now. I usually will film with her either on Saturday or Sunday, sometimes during the week if she has like some extra time. But first and foremost, Lainey's like free time should be dedicated towards doing things that she enjoys. And if making videos is something that she truly enjoys, she's welcome to start doing that more with her free time once she gets older. But right now, I feel as a parent, I should be limiting that. And you know, she is absolutely not on like any type of like content creating schedule. We do it when we have free time, and right now the free time is just super limited. But during the summer, we're gonna have so much more time, so she can create as much or as little as she would like this summer, because we don't have to worry about school or sports. So I'm really excited for summer to come, just because, you know, I love summer, and I know that Lainey's gonna be really excited to be able to film more things that she's doing, and just like, especially like trips that we go on. I know that that's gonna be a lot of fun. When we first started out, we had like so much extra time because there was no sports and there was so many snow days, so the free time was like abundant, and right now it's just not. So yeah. Someone asked if we would do a PR review on their product, and the answer is like yes. If you want to send us like bracelets or like stuffies or whatever that you make, we're always happy to review those on camera for you guys. Like, I think it's so amazing and like talented when people do stuff like that. So definitely, you know, like if you want to send us stuff, send it to our PO box, add a little note in there that you'd like us to like review it on camera, and we're more than happy to do that for you. Why did you start YouTube? Okay, so last time I addressed this, I cried, so I'm gonna try to be more like put together and just leave it as like simple as I can. So I do just want to give a disclaimer that I'm going to tell you guys something that I am not going to answer any follow-up questions on. The information that I'm giving you is the only information that I'm comfortable with giving you. And while I know that your follow-up questions are likely out of a place of just curiosity or like concern, it's not information that I'm comfortable with sharing outside of what I'm going to say next. So let's start with the fact that Lainey has always been very into performing, making videos. I mean, ever since she was like 1.5, 2, she would record herself like on her phone or on her tablet, singing, dancing, like talking about her toys, playing with her toys. And then as she got older, she would watch other like YouTube channels and was like pretty inspired by a couple of them. And I think like around 2.5, she started asking if she could have her own channel, and I always said no, just for the fact that like you know, for my own like personal reasons and the fact that I was like super busy, I didn't agree with her starting a YouTube channel. But starting around like 1.5 to started having some like medical issues, and luckily like we did get that's like pretty much under control. She has a treatment plan that works amazing for her. But then at around Christmas time, we noticed more medical stuff that was really not like anything we were expecting at all. And I just want to make it clear that like we're doing us and her doctors are doing everything to make sure that she's taken care of. She's not in any like immediate danger or like and honestly, like outside of her like flare-ups, she is like a very normal, typical kid. Like I don't think anyone would be able to guess that she has an illness unless she was actively like having a flare-up or, you know, an episode. So anyways, so once these other things came up, it was like definitely like a shock and really scary for everybody, you know. So, you know, I kind of had like this just like realization that like you never know what's gonna happen in life, and you never know how much time you have with somebody. And that's not to say Lainey isn't any like immediate danger. She's not. But again, like you just never know what's gonna happen in life. And I was like, you know, I want to do everything for our kids that we can possibly do. Like I want to make their dreams come true. If we can do it, like let's do it. And YouTube is something that she's been asking for you know, years and years. So I finally was like, all right, like we can make a YouTube channel. Let's do it. And we did. So here we are. And I didn't think I was gonna like it very much, but I actually really enjoy posting content too, and I really like making videos with Lainey and with like the whole family. It's really fun, and like we have such a good community on YouTube. Like everyone's so nice, everyone's so kind, the feedback is amazing, the support is amazing. So I have good feelings, good vibes about it. Again, like I was worried that we wouldn't really like have a following, because like again, we're not like, we don't have like drama around us, we don't have like a bunch of money, we're like, you know, like I don't know, like lukewarm interesting, you know, we're just like a fun family who likes to just hang out with each other. So when you ask what our goal for YouTube is, we didn't really get that far in the planning. I know that Lainey's like personal goal is to be like famous, and Lainey's idea of fame is being well known enough that she has a doll made after her. So I think that that's kind of like her personal goal, is to have like toys made after her. And like she'll ask like all the time, she'll be like, do we have enough followers that someone made a doll after me? And I was, you know, I'm just like, maybe someday, I don't know. Now like our goal is more geared towards just like being positive, being influencers that like have a positive influence and like do good things and like help people, because like that's something that I personally have always really enjoyed, and it's something that I've always done throughout my life, and it's something that Lainey definitely values too. And you know, Lippy, Dastiny, so I would just like to be like a channel that people like come to as like, I don't know, maybe like their comfort channel, you know, just like spreading good vibes, maybe giving people ideas of how to like spend time with their family, have fun, and like a fun life that like people can actually like attain. Someone asked what my biggest fan ick is, and I don't really have any besides one, and if this is something that you do, don't feel bad. Just maybe like listen to the advice that I'm gonna give on how to like not do this anymore, and then you know, if you want to stop doing it, great, and if not, then whatever. It really drives me up a wall when I spend like hours like filming and editing, and then like making comments and pinning the comments, and then answering the same comment over and over and over again. And that question, the question that like gives me the biggest ick is, when does the giveaway end? And honestly, I think from like here on out, I'm not going to be answering that question anymore, because it takes so much of my time up answering that question over and over and over again, when I made a video that has that information, and then the pinned comment also has that information. The information is always available to you guys to find, but still, like, every single day somebody asks, like, when's the giveaway end? Like, so I'm not, and that was actually a question that was asked over and over again in the short where I asked you guys to ask us questions. So your answer is, go watch the video. I'm not answering it anymore. I answered it in the video. I've answered it so many times in the comments. I answered it in the pinned comment on every single giveaway video. So from here on out, I will not be answering when the giveaway ends, because I've already told you. You just go my stars and find that information yourself right where I told you it would be, in the video or in the pinned comment. And then somebody asked like why we do giveaways. We do giveaways because I mean, I like to shop for other people. I like giving gifts, and then I've always enjoyed like community service and like giving back to my community. And now you guys are, you know, our YouTube community. You give us a platform to be influencers, so you know, I feel like it's just like a way that we can give back to you guys outside of like, you know, creating content for you. And it's just meant to be fun, you know. Yeah, that's all it is. And then somebody asked how we pick a winner. Again, this is probably gonna be the last time that I ever answer this question, because I've answered it so many times. Mass majority of the time it's random unless I tell you otherwise. And if it's otherwise, I always say in the video. Always. So watch the videos that I spend so much time creating. Please. Like, instead of asking questions about the video, just watch the video, because the video has all the answers. Always. It always has all the answers that you guys need. Or in the comments, I will answer the question over and over again in the comments, or at least I have in the past. I don't think I'm going to anymore, but it's also always in the pinned comment that I pin. Giveaway videos, I always pin my own comment that reiterates all the like important information that you guys need. So just keep that in mind. So I think that I went over pretty much everything. If I miss any questions, just drop them down below and I can make like a follow-up, or I can just answer it right there if it's like short enough to like just make a comment over. And I hope this is helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you, stars. Hope you look forward to like whatever we're doing next. Part 2 is going to be like our more personal questions. So bye, stars.